Thank you for joining CU Bands and Fans podcast. Our podcast is brought to you by Homegrown KIO. Homegrown KIO is on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. It is a stellar show featuring the great songs that have come from bands originating in Champaign-Urbana. Listen at 107.9 on your FM dial, at 1079wkio.com, or ask Alexa to play WKIO. Hey everyone, it's Terry with CU Bands and Fans Let's Talk Music podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Zach Widdop. How are you, Zach?
Pretty good.
Good. Good to see you. Good to hear you. And our special guest on this podcast is Logan Chapman. Logan is from Villa Grove, Illinois, and fairly young musician who is not really new to music, but he's kind of new to us because I just met you, a couple of months ago, Logan?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like August or something.
Yeah.
In the heat of the summer, you played at Ag Day. It was miserably hot.
It was.
So you're from Villa Grove. You always lived in Villa Grove?
My mom was from here too. Yeah, I've been in Villa Grove my whole life.
And what got you interested in music?
I mean, I've always loved music. When I was about 3, I heard Johnny Cash on record for the first time. My grandpa showed it to me. And then I was all like, I have to, I watched like the Walk the Line movie and I'm like, I have to do that. I have to play that. I have to play guitar. So I kind of just snowballed from there.
Yeah, well, that's a good inspiration. Yeah, Johnny Cash, and what a great movie, Walk the Line. Yeah, perfect. And you play currently in Villa Grove? Do you play, because I think you played, do you play worship at Victory, or was that just?
Yeah, I play on my worship team at Victory Church, and then I play the first 3 Wednesdays of the month at Penn Station in Arthur.
And what's that like at Penn Station? Penn Station's very cool in Arthur. It's a very cool building. And what is Penn Station? Tell us what that is.
It's kind of, the city classifies it as like a community center. So, I mean, there's weddings there. There's a church service there. There's music all the time. Like every Wednesday they have a band, and then a lot of the Fridays of the month they have bands. And it's just a nice little place, to hang out, play music.
I did a wedding there this year, as a matter of fact, for the guy that preaches there, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So Wednesdays and Fridays, is it any specific type of music?
Most of the time it's like country, bluegrass music, but I've seen like a couple like kind of rock bands there, but nothing super heavy. It's just kind of sticking to the country and bluegrass feel.
What's the times?
I play normally from 7 to 9:30 on the Wednesdays, and then most of the time it's like that. And then there's a show upcoming that's like a 5-hour show. It's pretty long. I think it's like 5 to 10 or something like that.
Are you playing it?
No.
Okay. And how old were you when you started? Where was your first time of playing in front of people?
My first time playing like actually in front of people, I was let's see, I started guitar lessons when I was about 7, so I was probably about 8. My guitar teacher, we went to like local nursing homes and played, and then I played when I was like 9 at the Methodist church for Halloween because I dressed up as like Johnny Cash, so they had me play a couple Johnny Cash songs, but like actually probably at church sometime last year.
Yeah, so I bet the residents at the nursing home absolutely loved you. That's such a blessing to them when people come in and play music and entertain them. Dream catchers, and they play for veterans and residents at nursing home, and they absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So and how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 October the 25th.
Logan, I thought you were 19.
Oh, no.
You're only 16. Oh
Yep.
my God. And so this is why you can only play certain places.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't really play. I can't play at bars like past 9, and then
But you can play at some venues that
yeah.
have alcohol.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
would be like I could play like I could go uptown and play at the VFW. I just couldn't be there past 9 because since I'm under 21.
In Villa Grove.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, and it's so cool how the community of Villa Grove supports you
yeah.
and and your family, obviously.
Mm.
Yeah. That's important. That's so important. So you were able to get on the stage with Marvin Lee, who is an absolute legend in our area and surrounding areas. Marvin has just put out a book, which you bought for me. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And and I'm planning on giving it back to you at the photo gallery so you could read it. So
All right.
that worked out very well. I thank you, Logan, so much for buying that book for me. But anyway, Philo Park in Philo, Illinois has Marvin Lee come every Tuesday up through September. He played his last show in the park. Was it last week, Logan?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And on that night, Logan was able to get up and perform with Marvin. So, what was that like, Logan? We're
Um,
only because I'll just tell everybody. So, like, we did this podcast, and I realized I didn't hit record. So now we're going over this again. So anyway, what was that like, Logan?
it was pretty cool. It was kind of like a dream that just happening. I mean, because I had Marvin Lee right next to me as I was singing, and probably about 400 to 500 people, and I mean I had Dyke Corson and Stan and everyone just playing the music I was singing. It was crazy.
So you sang
Yeah.
and played the guitar.
Hmm.
What did you sing?
Me and Haley sang the long-legged guitar picking man.
Wow. And so that was pretty special. That was really a pretty special moment because, he's such a legend and so experienced and been in music forever. And then here's you, this fresh kind of newcomer and able to get up on stage with him.
Mm.
That's one thing that we love about the music scene is when we see that those two kind of eras coming together and performing together. It's like the kind of the old teaching the young or whatever.
Yeah.
But you have such respect and admiration, and you conduct yourself in such a way that's just got all this respect for these musicians, and you're still, I think, extremely teachable.
Yeah.
And I think that you glean what you can from them, which is like just this huge, huge respect that just pours out of you. And I love that about you. Um, so that was a pretty special moment and it was very cool. And so from there, um, you play at the Penn Station on what nights, and it's like a community building place, and they hold weddings and church and
That's
things
in
like that.
Arthur, right?
Yeah, in Arthur, Illinois. So, and you play there when, Logan?
I play there. Used to be every Wednesday, but now it's just the first 3 Wednesdays of the month.
Nice. And from 7 to 9:30, is that
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And do you play by yourself or do you play with other bands or?
Um, the first and third Wednesday, I play with the Gunny Sack Review out of Arthur. They've been around since like 2006. I remember when I was like 3 years old going to watch them, and then um, the second week um of the month, Connie gets a bunch of people together and we all play. So it's like me. It's basically who all played at Ag Day. So we got Barb and Brian.
So so is this a set thing or is it kind of an open mic kind of a thing?
It's pretty much, we take it's like a round robin kind of style. So someone starts off and then we just go, okay, what are you gonna sing? What key is it in? Then we play it and then we just keep going around until time runs out.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool. And is this something that is good all year?
Yeah.
Do you all year? Wow. Um, so anyway, yeah, you can catch Logan at first 3 Wednesdays of the month, every month at Penn Station in Arthur, Illinois, and Logan and actually he's in this kind of band with Connie and the Kiddos, and Connie is Logan's girlfriend's grandfather. Okay, so then it's Logan, Haley, and Connie. And what kind of music do you guys play?
It's a bunch of old country. So Marty Robbins, Merle Haggard, Johnny Cash, a bunch of, the good stuff.
Yeah, yeah, the really good stuff,
The
the
best.
classic. Yeah, absolutely. Um, and so, well, let's get back to Gunny Sack Review real quick. What do they play? Bluegrass?
It's a bluegrass country mix. So I mean, we'll play anything from Blow Out the Stars to Wedding Bells to We're Going Down to the Valley to Give My Love to Rose. We just play a variety of things.
So Haley Christ, right? Did I say her name right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so I met both of you. Uh, I met you actually online.
Mm.
Like I don't know. We communicated somehow online, and then I met you and Haley at the park here in Philo during one of the Marvin Lee's shows, and you I couldn't say enough really about both of you. And Haley reminds me so much of if you were to watch a movie about Loretta Lynn in the beginning,
Mm.
or um, that she's got this zeal and excitement and just she. It seemed like both of you would play anywhere. I mean, like you two would like just you'd be over on the side just when you'd have your guitar and she'd be singing, and you weren't doing it like to distract from what was going on. You were like at a great distance and you guys were just like kind of practicing or just
Mm.
whatever. But um but it is so impressive because she's got so much enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And she got to get up and play.
Mm.
She played violin, didn't she? Fiddle or
Yep.
something. And you're both super refreshing to talk to and to meet and to get to know. And it kind of like it's inspiring and it also energized. I mean, it really energized me. I was like, oh, I kind of needed this fresh wind of, this enthusiasm and all that kind of stuff. It's really pretty tremendous to meet both of you. I had asked you, I think previously, um, if you could open for anyone, who would it be?
Probably either Johnny Cash or Alan Jackson.
Pick one. Okay, if you could open for anyone that's not alive, it would be Johnny Cash. If you could open for anyone that is alive, it would be Alan Jackson,
Yeah.
right? At which point we realized that Logan actually looks like a young Alan Jackson. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty phenomenal. Um, and then your favorite place that you would love to play goals. We're talking goals here. Would be where?
The Grand Ole Opry in Nashville.
Yeah, and you have visited the Ryman
Mm.
and Nashville and all of that.
Yep.
You also have a lot of instruments behind you, which they're all pretty
Thank
guitars
you.
and yeah, awesome. And you see what is it? Oh, you play more than just the guitar.
Yes, I play a little bass and then Haley taught me a little mandolin. I'm trying to get her to teach me some more.
Does she play the mandolin?
Yep.
What all does she play?
Oh Lord, what doesn't she play is the real question. She plays guitar, mandolin, ukulele, cornet, piccolo, fiddle,
Holy cow.
uh, clarinet. I mean, the list just keeps going on and on.
Sounds like David Bromberg. He plays everything.
Yeah, that's pretty remarkable. Um, and how did you two meet?
Okay, so all right, so last Ag Days 2021, I was watching Connie's band play, and I kind of knew who Connie was. My grandma told me my great uncle Don, so my great grandma's brother, and him used to run around all the time, cause all kinds of trouble. And I saw Haley play. She sang the auctioneer, and I'm all like, I was talking to one of my friends. I'm like, I'm gonna get her number, and it ended up, I ended up chickening out and not getting it. And then this year came around, and it was probably June, early June, and she popped up on my Facebook. And I was all like, okay. So I just hit the friend request and we kind of just started talking through there. And then we hung out and then
Yeah, that's so cool. Because you're both, I mean, you're both so passionate about the same things and that. So now you play with them whenever they have gigs or whatever. But you mostly play like at um, the worship in your worship band at that's at Victory
yes,
in
ma'am. Victory Church in Camargo.
yeah. And then now Penn Station you play with these guys, right?
Mm.
Yeah. And then, where are some places that you played where it's just you?
Just me. I haven't really done a lot, just me.
Yeah, because you don't.
Um, I don't know if I don't know. It'd be weird kind of playing alone. Um, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but I would have to get so many more songs together then, and it just I don't know. It'd
Yeah,
be weird not having like Connie and Haley there with me playing.
yeah. But well, I could see you later on, kind of kind of stepping out and doing some stuff, just you, as well as maintaining, you
Hmm.
know, the relationship with that band. Um,
Oh yeah. You asked me if anyone could open for me, who would it be? And I said Cody Johnson.
that's right. And then we're yeah. So then and then you're gonna try and be at that concert at the State
Yeah.
Farm. And I'm going to try to be there for Randy Hauser because I didn't really know who Cody was, which I'm kind of embarrassed to say, but you know, it is what it is. You have an Instagram, Logan Chapman doc music, we
I think
think.
so.
I'll have the link for that on this podcast. I will have the link for Logan Chapman music because we'll start getting you networked in with all kinds of different musicians and that kind of a thing. And you mentioned you write, you do a little writing. You haven't
Yes.
never recorded anything, but you do some writing.
Hmm.
What is that? I mean, songwriting's so different than it. I mean, is that something that's like inside you that you feel like,
Um, it's kind of a thing like I have all these, different emotions and all these things I want to say, but I can't just say them. So I was about 12 and I started putting them on paper, just writing everything down. And then one day I was playing my guitar and I kind of looked over at that paper and I started humming and then um, putting the words I wrote together. And then it kind of went into a song. And then I've done a lot since then.
yeah, do you have a YouTube or anything?
Yes, I do. It's just Logan Chapman, I think.
Do you have any of your songs on that or it's just
I don't know.
okay. So do you think in the future that you'll 'cause songwriters are like really uh it's really hard for them to share
Hmm.
their music.
Yeah, I think I definitely will. I mean, it's something I've recorded a couple. I just haven't uploaded them and things like that. So I definitely probably will sometime in the near future.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'd offer to video you doing a few of your songs and that kind of a thing. And I mean, that'd be no problem. You got some upcoming, you got anything October 9th? Tell us about
Oc-
October.
October 9th, Connie and the Kiddos will be opening for Ancient Ways, which another thing is like a little dream thing because I mean I'm really good friends with Garrett and uh other members of that band. So it's gonna be cool being able to open for them. And then October the 22nd, we're going to be playing at the Twos and the 217. Their end of summer bash opening for Brit Black.
Oh, wow. Where's that at?
It's in Urbana. It's kind of in the country.
Oh, okay. Is that a private thing?
No, it's open to everyone.
Have you heard of that, Zach?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. That's
I can
October.
yeah, I can send you the info.
Yeah, do that. And then the October 9th at the Plaza in Villa Grove is from 12 to 1,
Yes.
opening for Ancient Ways, which Ancient Ways, we did our very first podcast with them. We love them. They're so great and so good, and they're growing, and
Yep.
they're doing a lot.
Mm.
And yeah, they're pretty cool. So we'll hang around and see them too. It's been a pleasure, Logan. It's been wonderful meeting you this summer, and like I said, thank you for buying me that book. I'll get that back to you in October. We will definitely be at some of your gigs. So much for being on our podcast.
Thank you guys for having me.